Hello friends, welcome back to all of you in my YouTube channel. In this video, here we discuss aspect regarding to the Mendel's laws of inheritance. Mendel put forth his laws or his knowledge in front of the world, but unfortunately, Mendel's work is rediscovered after his death, and the Mendel's knowledge is tabulated in the form of laws, and these laws are popularly known as Mendel's laws of inheritance. So let's start here. In the Mendelian laws, the first law is law of dominance. This law states that in a cross between two pure parents which differ in one or many pairs of contrasting character, then in the F1 generation, in the next generation, only dominant characters are appears. So that's why this law is called law of dominance, and this is the first law of inheritance. This law we study with the help of monohybrid cross. In the monohybrid cross between pure line tall parent with pure line dwarf parent. Genotype of tall parent is capital T, capital T. Genotype of dwarf parent is small t, small t. Regarding to the gametes, capital T and capital T, these are the two gametes of the tall individual. Small t and small t, these are the gametes of dwarf individual. In the F1 generation, the individuals formed like capital T, small t, capital T, small t means heterozygous individuals are formed, but phenotypically all individuals are tall. It means only tallness is appears in the F1 generation. So this law proves here in this example here only dominant characters are appear in the F1 generation. So that's the law of dominance. But another thing is, law of dominance is not applicable for all individuals. There are some examples like incomplete dominance, codominance, which is seen in the 4 o'clock plant and in the coat color of the cattle. That's why law of dominance is not universally applicable. Second law of inheritance is law of segregation of gametes. And this law states that each character is controlled by a pair of factors or pair of alleles. And these alleles remains together for a long time without mixing with each other. And during the gamete formation, these alleles segregate or separate. So each gamete carry single gene, single factor for a character. And that's why that gamete is pure for that trait. And that's why this law is also called as law of purity of gametes. This law we can study with the help of any example like monohybrid cross between pure line tall and pure line dwarf individual. Genotype is capital T, capital T. Genotype of the dwarf individual is small t, small t. Regarding to the gametes, capital T, capital T. Here we can observe the genotype of tall individual is capital T, capital T. But during the gamete formation, these two genes segregate or separate, and each gamete carry a single T gene. Likewise, in the dwarf individual, each gamete carry the small t single factor. So here, this law states that each character is controlled by a pair of factor, and these pair or the factors remains together without mixing with each other, but during the gamete formation they segregate or they separate. So that's the law of segregation of gametes, and this law is universally applicable. Third law is law of independent assortment. This law states that each character is controlled by a pair of a factor. As per the Mendelian inheritance, each character is controlled by a pair of factor. And that factor or each pair of factor assort, or it shows its expression independently, means they don't interfere with other factor, or other factor don't interfere with the first pair of a factor. Means each pair of a factor controls a character, and that shows its expression independently. That's why this law is called law of independent assortment. Law of independence is based on the dihybrid cross. In the dihybrid cross, here we can see the F2 generation of the dihybrid cross. In the F2 generation, two new varieties are formed. Originally, in the dihybrid cross, two parents are crossed like round yellow and wrinkled green. But here in the F2 generation, two new varieties are formed, that is round green and wrinkled yellow, and that is only due to the pair of a factor for each trait assort independently, or that shows its expression independently. It means for the genes for the round character assort expression independently, genes for the wrinkled shape that also assort independently, and genes for yellow and genes for green color, they are also assort their expression independently. That's why two new varieties are formed, and formation of these two new varieties like round green and wrinkled yellow proves that each character is controlled by a pair of a factor, and that shows its expression independently. So that's the third law of inheritance. Hope you like my videos. Then like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for the today. Thank you very much.